Hello and welcome back to my YouTube channel. This is Leslie and today I am a guest designer for Jaded Blossom. I will be on their blog all month long, so definitely be checking that out. And I am going to make a card today. I am doing a Christmas in July card because I am kicking off their monthly challenge, and for July it's anything goes. So I figured in honor of the fact that they are having a major sale this month and it's Christmas in July that I would make a Christmas card. So I'm starting out with making the fireplace. All these dies are from Jaded Blossom. The paper is from Queen & Co. there, and I'm speeding all of the ink blending up because otherwise we would be here for an hour. Yes, this card took me over an hour. There's a lot of die cutting, but I love that about Jaded Blossom. They just do such a great job with their dies, and it's just a fun, like, if you like putting puzzles together kind of thing, if you love die cutting, these are the dies for you. So I'm just adding some depth to these die cuts with this ink blending, some brown on the browns just to kind of give them some shadow and depth, and then we're adding a little bit more orange on that fire just to really make it pop out. And then I'm going to be using some liquid glue to put this fireplace together. It's really easy to put this fireplace together, just a few pieces, but it's mostly the fun brickwork that gets really fun because you can make it as complicated or as simple as you want. So, and like I said, I am a guest designer for Jaded Blossom this month. I am so honored to be doing that. Jaded Blossom is actually one of my go-to crafting companies. I love purchasing their dies and their stamps and everything just that they're about, and I am so honored to be able to be a guest designer this month for them. So I will be on their blog almost every Wednesday and today, of course, and then I'm done the week before the last, because the last week will be their release days for August, so definitely be checking that out. But I will be on the blog every Wednesday with a new card. The next card that I am doing is actually with their new release that they have going on right now, so you won't want to miss it. I'm going to be trying to do videos with all my cards. That's at least my goal right now, but you will at least see the cards on the blog if I don't happen to do a video. So definitely be checking out their blog. Details are down below, and participate in their monthly challenge. You have a chance of a giveaway, and it's just a fun, good time to get some extra inspiration. And with this month being anything goes, you can literally make any card you want using some Jaded Blossom products. So definitely a good time to go and shop, as well as this is their Christmas in July sale. They only do 2 sales a year, once in July and once in November, and of course it's July, and it's a big sale. It's like 25% off dies, 50% off stamps, and a bunch of percentage off with stencils and outline dies and all the fun doodles and ends. So definitely check that out down below as well, and head over to their website and get yourself some crafty fun. So here is where I'm going to start putting the bricks on after I get my little Christmas sock here. I used red glitter for the sock itself, and then for the white part that I'm about to attach, I actually used a white velvet. And the video here, it just does not do it justice because it is so pretty, and you can't really tell. You can kind of tell it's a little fuzzy. But this card in person is just full of depth and dimension and just all kinds of different textures. So I'm going to speed this up because this is where, you really get to play. You can't really do the bricks wrong. You could fill the entire fireplace up with bricks. You could just put a few here and there, which is what I'm doing today. You could leave it completely off and your fireplace would, just not have bricks. It's completely up to you and what you design. So I decided I got this all set out here, and then I went to start gluing them on. And my wax tip needs to be replaced, and then everything went everywhere because it all got stuck. So then I had to replace it, and it wasn't in the exact same spots that I had before because I couldn't remember how I did it because I was just winging it. So if you do this yourself, be smart where here, either put it on a matting or a sticky mat, or do what I did here and tape down your fireplace so you don't have the same problem I did. But it goes much quicker once I did that and got all the little pieces glued on and got the little stocking glued on as well. So that is my little fireplace. So now I am bringing in a couple different die sets. One is the Bears add-on Friends, and then the other one is one of the Christmas add-ons. So I'm making another little stocking. This one actually comes with the Christmas add-ons. This one is for their gnomes, and all the friends or gnome friends can also hold and wear most of the hats and things that the gnomes wear. So I'm just, of course, going ahead and adding the ink blending onto all these pieces as well, because we really want to add more depth to our die cuts. I'm going to be doing the green, and then I'm going to be doing the red on that little brim there. I'm using all positively saturated ink from Simon Says Stamps, because that's what I have in my collection. Use what's in your collection. This is a great card for stash busting as well, because all these little die cut pieces, you can use scraps, and that's what I did for almost all the pieces there. You saw at the beginning where you saw the die cuts on most of the scraps papers, and it just makes a really good stash buster there. So I did add more of that glitter paper as the little bell. You can make that into like a gold metallic or hollow glitter, do what you want to do for your card. And then of course I am adding depth to my lovely little bear here. Now that base, a lot of it is going to be covered. There's a lot of pieces with this bear, because it also comes with stamps that you can buy separately for his face, or it comes with faces kind of thing. Each part of the bear is a die cut. I decided just to do the blank face, and then I brought in the snout because I'm going to be using a stamp set for the face, but then I didn't do the extra body. I just kept the base one, and you'll see me put it together here in a minute. But this is how I put the stamping face on. I line up the little muzzle kind of where I want to be. I put the stamp on that face, and then I pick it up, and then I remove the muzzle, because you could glue down the muzzle first and then just do it all in one. I do it in two, just because I feel like I don't get the best impression of the eyes, because there's just a little extra depth there from the snout. And so I do it twice. Plus this way I can really double check that my snout is where it's supposed to be. So I just kind of hold it down. I don't want to press too hard and really smush out the ink. So I just kind of hold it there and just let the ink adhere. So then I'm going to go ahead and glue the snout on, and this just gives a little bit extra dimension to that teddy bear. It could be left without, and it could just be that face on the blank head there. That's up to you and kind of how many pieces you want to put together, but this is how I do it. And then I re-ink that stamp, I press it down again, and this is mostly just to get that nose and that smile on that little snout piece. So after this, his little face will be all finished. So I don't know about you, but July is definitely here, and it's definitely already, the summer feels like it's going too fast. My oldest daughter is going to be in preschool this year, and she's already counting down the days. And she's constantly asking, when does preschool start? And I'm like, I don't want to tell you, because I'm the mom emotions are already getting to me. So let me know, have you got kids, when they first started school, did you cry? Am I going to be the only one? Because every time she talks about it, I'm like, stop growing up. But yeah, the end of August, y'all, the end of August, I will have a preschooler, and I'm like, how can that be? You were just born yesterday. So, Meanwhile, my youngest is about to be 8 months this month. And so it's just, the time flies, y'all. Like that saying where they go, the days are long, but the years are short. I believe, oh, that just resonates so much with me, because that is the phase I am in right now, is that the days just like, you almost long for bedtime at the end of the day. But then you look back and you're like, gosh, how are you already, this age? How are we already getting ready for preschool? How are you already almost one? Like, I remember being in the hospital with each and every one of you. So it's like, it's so quick kind of thing. So definitely the days are long. Yeah, the days are long and the years are definitely short. So I get it. All right. So I am just adding a little bit of accents with those stripes. After I actually made this card, a lot of the stripe accents actually get covered by my little different things. And right here, I'm showing you that the feet padding does have a specific direction. The straight goes on the inside and the curve goes on the outside. Just if you're looking at your dies all confused like I was for a few minutes there. And then I'm going to go ahead and pop up the little paws here. I'm just using a 1mm pop-up foam from scrapbook.com. I had squares, I have strips, I have the round, because I got the whole set and I'm out of squares, so I'm just cutting off these strips here to the size I need it anyway. They're so little, but they just need a little bit extra so that they don't bend, just, for my eye kind of thing. And then I decided to glue this down, and I realized as I'm trying to get it positioned where it made sense of the hands, I covered pretty much all of his belly. So if you're making this card, just know that a lot of the things that he holds, you might end up hiding most of that belly anyway. And then I wanted to put the hat on. I love this little elf hat. I think it is so cute. But yeah, it ends up covering most of the ear accents. So it's mostly just the feet stripes that you see at the end of the card, but it's the thought that counts. And if you look from like the side or something, you can see a little bit of the stripes on the ears and everything. So all the little extra added detail, but that fits just so perfectly on him. And oh, isn't he so cute, my little Christmas teddy bear? I love my little feet stripes. That's the only thing you can see, but it's okay. All right, so moving on, we're going to go ahead, and this is the stamp set that has all the sentiments with the bears. And I just love it because it kind of covers the entire year. This bear die is so versatile because if you've watched some of my other videos, I've made birthday cards with it. I've made Valentine's cards with it. You're seeing here, I'm making a Christmas card with it. But this stamp sentiment has all those different sentiments that work throughout the year. There's a Halloween sentiment, a Christmas sentiment, a just in general sentiment, and this one is wishing you a berry Christmas and a happy new year, and I just thought it was perfect. So I'm also in a let's emboss the sentiment phase. I've been embossing like all my sentiments lately. I don't know what it is. I want to put white on a color or something for my sentiments, but I've been really working with kind of perfecting this for me because I'm not very good at it. I've realized that you have to have a really juicy embossing pad to really make it work and get a good impression, because that first impression is everything, especially on sentiments that is this intricate kind of thing, and then really making sure that powder gets everywhere, because on thicker sentiments, you can emboss a second time. I've shown that on a video before. But on these intricate ones, like the first time is your shot kind of thing. So you definitely want to make sure that you get a good impression with that embossing ink so that that powder sticks well. And then making sure that your heat embossing gets really, or your heating tool gets really hot, before even getting it to the paper, because you don't want to start burning the paper. And you can see on this paper, certain pattern paper, especially really thin ones, they burn really easy kind of thing. So like the color starts to distort. So a lot of the coloring here, is from my anti-static powder, and I'm just taking that off with a microfiber cloth. So thankfully, because I already had my heating tool really hot, it didn't burn the paper, but I was seeing that on a different thing that I tried. And so this is the sale that is going on for Jaded Blossom. Definitely be on the lookout on their website. They have great Christmas and July sale going. You definitely want to be checking it out there. So that was just that little reminder of, if you haven't, you can pause this video, go purchase, some Bear Friend dies over there and some fireplace dies and some Christmas add-ons, and make this card yourself. So, and you can get it for sale. I'm pretty sure I bought this all full price, so lucky you guys. All right, so I am adding in that striped background. That's just going to be the very edge of my card. I just wanted to kind of mimic what the bear was and kind of draw your eye around. I think it just adds a really nice border. And then I'm kind of making a little scene. So the green is acting as my wallpaper. The brown is going to act as my flooring here, because I just really, I want to build up like we're in a living room kind of thing. And then I am bringing in a little peel off from Love from Lizzie. This is the red with the gold on the edging on it, and it's in the pinstripe size. I am using the biggest size here, and I'm just lining that up on the edge just to give it a little bit more shine and sparkle, and it kind of helps with the eye and making sure you can see, green wall, brown floor. So I'm just bringing in my X-Acto knife to get that cut off, because I did not think about doing this until after I had already put the fireplace on the card, which is why there's already glue on it. I did take the fireplace off and put the peel off on because I wanted to add that little bit of shimmer and definition there. So adding in the fireplace, making sure there's enough room for my little bear here, really making sure that it is straight, which it wasn't. And this is why I like using the tape adhesive that I have. It's a dotted tape adhesive, because it does let me kind of maneuver it as long as I don't press down too extremely hard. And then once it's been on, it's on kind of thing. So I really like that about that. So I am just putting in an acrylic block to really make sure it gets adhered. And then I am bringing in some more foam tape. I believe this is the 2mm from scrapbook.com. I'm going to pop up my little bear there to really add some dimension, and then I'm also popping up my sentiment. And I kind of went like, where do I want this? But I decided I really liked how it kind of curved at the same time that my stocking curved, and I just thought this ended up looking fantastic. But of course I had to add a little bit more bling, so I did bring in some red pearls here, added a couple at the top and a couple at the bottom. So like I said, I am on the Jaded Blossom blog all this month, so definitely be checking out that. I'm there every Wednesday, so you can see the cards that I'm making for them using their products. I love their products, so definitely check out their website. I hope you guys enjoyed today. Like this video if you liked it. Hit subscribe if you're new. I will see you in another video soon. Bye!